Today I'm watching Yellowjackets Season 1, Episode 3. In the previous episode, we learned a lot more about Misty's character and finds that flight recorder box in the woods, which I'm pretty sure has tracking on it. So now all of her friends are doomed to be stuck in the woods with no help coming, and I'm very curious to find out if her friends find out, but based on how they interact with her in the future, I'm guessing nobody ever finds out that she's the one that destroyed it and it actually survived the crash. We learned more about Shauna and Jeff's relationship. I definitely feel like Shauna is going to go out for dinner with that guy from the accident, Adam. There's these postcards that have these weird symbol on them that Natalie and Misty were getting in present day. They're trying to go find this other guy from the flight, so I'm very curious to see what that's going to look like. I know I'm only a few episodes in, but I'm really enjoying it so far. So thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content.
The only real way is by cannibalizing your tax dollars, paid for by Phil Bathurst.
That's aggressive.
I added a little more celery this time. Guy at Planet Fitness swears it's good for your blood pressure.
She's like, you could add a rabbit for all I care.
Do you think you can swing by the mechanics and pick me up around 4?
Because she knows that's when he has a meeting with Bianca.
From his job. And I'm not talking about just like staplers. And then there was hiking guy, and he seemed pretty normal.
She's just like going through her dating history. Natalie's like, get me out of this car now.
Okay.
I think Natalie more wanted a minute of silence than cares about chocolate. And maybe to snoop through her car. Yeah. Well, that looks like it should be inside a car. Yeah, they stole a piece of her Porsche. Yep, 100%.
They're okay.
We're not gonna starve to death. Okay, when the rescue team gets here.
If it gets here.
Don't say that.
She's in full-blown survival mode. She's like, okay, let's get the plan going. Let's get some resources together.
They're coming. They're coming.
Not thanks to your friend Misty.
Can you throw that shit out already? Dad gave it to me so my ears wouldn't pop.
Oh, he's saving the last piece of gum. Aww.
We can't just leave.
You're gonna have to if you want to survive. Yeah, exactly. Or they mean to like permanently relocate next to the lake, which is probably a good idea. Oh, voted against her friend. Yeah, like, steal what you can from the plane, basically, but you're gonna need water at the very least if you're gonna make it. She didn't want to then, she didn't think it's strange, but then he got it. Wacky waving inflatable arm tube man. Oh, here he goes. Addie's bringing a present. Uh-oh, this is not gonna end well for you, Jeff. I mean, they also got together by cheating, basically, so.
Honey, are you okay?
I'm so sorry. I guess they were playing rough and my son's elbow whacked him in the face.
I think he pushed him off the slide. Sammy's, something's going on with that kid for sure.
No. Yes. You don't hit people no matter what they say to you.
Be quiet.
Oh, bold child.
Cartographer.
Or maybe you saw a mirage.
Oh, shit! Oh, hell yeah, bitches!
I like her enthusiasm. I guess that means I found a lake. Yep. There might be hope for them yet.
Freezing.
You're in the Rockies. It's gonna be cold.
Is Travis actually hot?
It's been 3 days.
It is common knowledge that the less a suspect owns,
the creepier they turn out to be.
She thinks she's a detective now.
Saw a can back there.
That's a really good idea. You know, you can learn so much about a person by going through their personal refuse.
She is way too into this.
Hi. Thought I'd bring the lake to you. Here, take your shirt off. I'll squirt you.
Weird and uncomfortable. Don't do that.
We're just visiting an old friend.
Such an old friend you had to bust his window? On your knees, now!
How did the cops show up right away?
Excuse me. Agent Smith. DC's on the line. Briefing.
And Adam plays along. What is Adam doing at the hotel?
The old slammer. Wow, it certainly smells the way I thought it would.
Why is Misty, like, into this? Like, she's so excited.
I need to find him, Ty. Please? Not this time.
She's like, you're on your own. Yeah, obviously they have a history, and Ty's not gonna bail her out again. A cabin? Yeah, okay, well, frick, that's gonna be very convenient when it gets cold. Hopefully there's some food or a phone or something inside. I wish we didn't know how long we were out there because it's taken away all hope that they'll get rescued right away.
Went on a hike?
Yeah, like a decade ago.
That's gonna help a lot. Yeah, a lot of supplies, ropes, stuff they can use for sure. Yeah, there's tons of cobwebs. No one's been there for a hot minute.
For stuff we can use. First aid, flashlights, tools.
Are those the antlers they use when they have those costumes on later? Yeah, it's obviously a tough situation, and they're completely alone other than each other.
Very funny.
Do you guys, like, actually jerk off to this stuff?
Nah, we hate that shit. You know?
He's such a bad liar.
The whole reason we're in this hell, and now he's dead. Don't you understand? Dad is dead.
I feel bad for them. Especially, yeah, this younger brother's holding on to the last thing his dad gave him and chewing gum, and which I'm sure by now tastes like absolutely nothing, but just wants that last little piece of his dad still. Oh.
Yeah, I'm fine.
We are what we pretend to be.
That's very accurate for her. Yes, exactly. Oh no, here's Bianca. Why do I feel like she's not here to buy furniture?
And because he's been texting back and forth and, oh, well, fine. He thinks I'm you.
Oh, that's not creepy at all.
Extra blankets if you want one.
Thanks.
Yeah, well, hopefully whoever owns this cabin isn't coming back anytime soon.
They should have come for us by now, right? What if they're never going to?
Yeah, I'm also very curious to find out how they finally get rescued.
We're gonna be fine.
I feel like this guy doesn't have long left. The flies are swarming. Yeah, exactly. It's not good. Not a good sign.
Fuck you! You! God damn it!
Let it out, buddy. Let it out.
What the? Get the...
Yeah. Oh!
That's all right.
It can't just be like this now.
I think best case scenario, that's what you're like. Aww.
Is the angel here?
Don't you come over here. I mean...
What's happening? Oh my god, that's terrifying. Oh my god. Oh my god, what the heck was that? That's nightmare fuel. Oh my god.
I hope you know it isn't true.
I know. I'm not the bad one.
There's something going on for sure. He's just hiding it, and yeah, something weird.
Hello?
Phil, it's Taissa Turner. I wanted to give you a heads up. I know about Jane's drug arrest. I get
Whoa, 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 whoa.
right. I won't think twice about destroying you, your family, your entire existence.
Wow, wow, wow. Look out.
Every newspaper in the tri-state area. Don't with me, Phil.
She's come out to play now. Yikes. She's like, you think I'm dangerous? I'll show you dangerous.
Bad feeling. I don't believe in that shit. And you're not going to either, okay?
Is her medication wearing off now? I guess, yeah, tomorrow would be her first day without it. What's that gonna look like? Oh, taking this party upstairs. Okay. I don't think they got a room for the room service, if you know what I mean. Is someone on the roof? No, 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 no. Yeah, I feel like those the medication she was on was something psychological. An eyeball? That's definitely not where she left that doll. Oh, don't poke her in the eye. It's missing an eye. Yeah, that's what she stepped on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh. That's horrifying. Oh. Cheese and rice.
Oh God. Natalie, don't.
Oh no, I hear it sounds like a rope or something. Oh no. Oh my gosh, poor Natalie. Oh. Like, talk about terrible timing. I'm guessing it's Travis. They haven't shown us, and I don't know that we need to see it, but like, if they'd gotten there earlier, like, oh my gosh. That's horrible. She had called him, but she didn't say, they gotta get out of there. Yeah.
Come on.
She didn't say who she was over the phone. Maybe he recognized her voice. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Travis. Well, that's gone now. Any answers we were gonna get from him was gone.
Travis didn't kill himself.
Murder? Tell Nat she was right. What was she right about what?
Travis didn't do this. Somebody killed him.
Oh my gosh, this is getting more and more complex. Yeah, what did he know that somebody wanted to kill him for? Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Ah! Sorry, Travis. So that was my first time watching Yellowjackets season 1 episode 3. It definitely felt like a more Thai focused episode. I don't know if that's kind of the pattern of the show. Please no spoilers, but having an episode focus more on one particular character, like I feel like the last episode focused more on Mitzi. I feel like this episode focused more on Ty and her story. We get a flashback to when she was younger and her Nana passed away, and a lot of stuff with eyes in this episode as well. It definitely felt like a slower paced episode, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Obviously, we have to have some episodes that kind of lay the groundwork, like the girls are burying those who have passed away from the plane crash. They're on day 3 of this survival journey. You know, they're starting to not come out of the shock, but maybe start to process that, okay, we need to make a plan. We need to start thinking about what we're gonna do when we're here, and if someone hasn't come yet, like, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna survive? And I'm very glad they were able to find a body of water, and the cabin is obviously gonna be a huge resource for them. I don't know what month they're in. It's obviously summer at some point, or maybe very, very early fall, but like the trees were all green still, so I'm guessing summer. But yeah, that cabin is going to be huge for them. There was rope on the wall. Seems like there's some knives and stuff that they can use, so that's going to be huge because, again, they didn't pack any of that stuff because obviously they weren't planning on being out there. This wasn't a survivalist trip, you know, they were planning on going to play a soccer game and then come back a couple days later, so yeah, I think that's going to be huge. And obviously shelter as well. Lottie's medication ran out. Like today was her last day for what she had. I'm definitely guessing it's something more psychological. Maybe she's struggling with a mental illness or something. It also seems like she's more intuitive, if you will. Like she's like, I get bad vibes from this place. She could sense something was wrong right away. Everybody else was just excited to find the place, you know, runs right in looking for food and stuff. She was the only one who kind of hesitated and was like, I don't like the vibe that I'm getting. And obviously we find that skeleton in the attic, which might have been someone who died there naturally or somebody who was murdered. I don't know, but the fact that the body is alone in the attic in a rocking chair is a bit of a red flag. Obviously, usually people don't sit up there by themselves. You know, it kind of reminded me of Black Christmas, if you've seen that horror movie from the 70s as well. And the fact that Lottie's just up there staring at it, like, didn't tell anybody, didn't, you know, run down to her team, was just sitting there, like, staring at it. It's like, okay, something's not right here. Obviously, this is a very disturbing thing to find. I think we can guess that that's the owner of the cabin, and they're definitely not coming back now, but maybe it was self-inflicted, I don't know. But yeah, typically people don't sit alone by themselves in a rocking chair in an empty attic. But yeah, very disturbing. I feel like Taisa's character has gone back into fight mode, whether it's the possibility of something coming up, you know, for her campaign about what happened in the woods that she's terrified to find out, or she's just worried what people are saying about her, or a combination of everything. But she's definitely gone back to fight mode and is threatening her opponent, saying like, hey, if you're gonna play, you know, this way, I can do the same thing to you. And she doesn't do it, she just threatens that it could happen if he continues to, you know, go down this route, basically. Sammy is also acting out. He punched that kid at the park, and I don't know how he got the doll down. We saw her place it on the very, very top of that bookcase. He is, you know, a little kid. How would he get up there? I can't see her wife being the one who would have brought it down. So how did the doll get down? And why is it missing an eyeball? And like I said, we saw, you know, Nana screaming, saying, don't let the man take my eyeballs. And that was very creepy. Like, there's definitely horror elements in the show, but to me, having that shot of just the man standing there in the mirror with no eyeballs will haunt my dreams. Like, that scared me to the core. That was so creepy and just so subtle and just, oh my gosh, just so creepy. And even finding out her Nana's, like, eyes are white, like there's no pupils on them or anything when she's at the funeral. So creepy. So yeah, the symbolism of eyes, you know, somebody's watching her, somebody knows something that she doesn't want people to know. Yeah, you could go a lot of ways with that. We also saw Shauna and Jackie kind of had a bit of a falling out as they had different opinions on if they should or should not go to the lake. I don't know what they would have done by the plane, and like one of the girls said, it's not a typical plane. There's not, you know, an alcohol cart or, you know, any snacks that would have been on board. It would have been minimal because they would have only prepared for the girls. Like, it wasn't a regular plane with 300 and some people or whatever. So the supplies on the plane are already limited. I'm glad they stole the compass from the plane. I don't know if there's anything else useful that they can steal, but it seemed like the hike from where the plane landed to where they are now was hours long, so I don't know if they would even come back that direction. We found out Jeff is officially having an affair. He was walking to the hotel with the girl, Bianca, and of course Shauna is there with Adam and sees it. I don't know why Adam was at the hotel. It definitely seemed a little suspicious. He gave a good reason, like he did explain it logically, but it was still like, what are the chances he would just be here? I definitely think Shauna is interested in him, whether it's to get revenge on Jeff or not, but I feel like they have a good back and forth, you know, they can communicate, they're talking, and like they're on the same kind of jokes, and they have this banter, so I definitely feel like there's something going on, and obviously we saw them go into a hotel room, you know, later in the episode as well, so now Jeff's cheating on Shauna, Shauna's cheating on Jeff, but Shauna didn't outright say, hey, I'm married and I'm here to spy on my husband, but Adam was like, okay, what are you actually doing here? And she says to confirm a suspicion, and you know, stares pretty long when Jeff walks by. So I'm sure Adam figured out, okay, this is her husband. She's here to, you know, to see if he's up to anything. We also find out that Natalie and Travis were together. It sounds like they were together only when they were stuck in the woods. They've been like having a few moments so far, but again, it's early days and I don't know when that moment will come, but it sounds like as soon as they were rescued that Travis basically ignored Natalie. It sounds like he took off, changed his name, didn't want anything to do with her. I don't know what happened. Ty said their relationship was toxic. I feel like they're definitely trauma bonded, obviously, after being through such a horrific experience together. And obviously Travis witnessing, you know, his dad passing away and everything like that would be horrifying. So yeah, that was interesting, and to see Natalie break down like that, because I don't think she does that very often. She doesn't strike me as a character who cries easily, so for this to be something that happens to her, and obviously it'd be incredibly horrific to see somebody unalive there like that would be horrible either way, but the fact that it's someone who clearly means so much to Natalie, I feel like is just hurting even more. And his note saying, you know, Natalie was right. Like, what was she right about? Does she even remember the last time they talked? We know she has struggled with alcohol and drugs, so will she be able to remember it? Like, how long ago have they talked? Like, has it been 25 years? Who knows? But obviously someone is also after Travis. Natalie is convinced that he didn't do this to himself, that he was murdered. And he's up on this huge, like, mechanical crane. Like, that would be a tricky thing to operate by yourself and climb up there and do this. Like, no, someone definitely put him up there. And of course, it's the day she's in town. And at first it's like, okay, well, maybe he got triggered. He recognized her voice on the phone and decided to do something. But that's not it. Whether he recognized her voice or not, something has happened to him. And somebody out there didn't want him to talk to Natalie about what she was right about. Again, not too sure where that's gonna go. And Misty, of course, is really into this detective vibe. She's like, I'm online with these like amateur sleuths, and is going around collecting all these clues, which turned out to be very helpful. But in true Misty fashion is just loving it and is like looking through his mail and his garbage and like doing all these things, playing detective. I think this is also the first time we saw title credits for the show. I haven't skipped the intro or anything, but they just did a recap in the previous episode. And this episode we actually had a proper like intro music and titles that came up. It was definitely very 90s, this 4:3 aspect ratio, and very distorted and very frantic, and shots including, you know, flashbacks and present day kind of jumbled together. Some shots I didn't recognize. I assume those would be from future episodes, but this montage of clips, and the guy with no eyes from the mirror was in that as well, which was terrifying. So yeah, that was interesting to finally get, okay, maybe some clues. Sometimes they put clues like that in the intro sequence, and to learn more of the actresses' names. Like I said, I don't really recognize any of the actresses who play the younger group. The fact that Misty is pretending to be Natalie and texting Kevin as her is just not surprising, but just so bizarre. And at least she admits it, and Natalie finds the piece to her car in Misty's glove box and confronts her about it and is like, what are you doing? And Misty's just like, yeah, well, I didn't think you'd let me go. I was like, yeah, but that's not how you go around doing things. Like, if you know it's not going to happen, you don't just make your own reality and start pulling people's cars apart, like just completely out of it, just in her own little world. But again, it's just so true to her character. And I think she's a character that would be really, really easy to dislike because she does a lot of crazy things. No denying that. But I think Christina Ricci just adds this vulnerability to her and just adds this like layer of a kid who was picked on and hurt and is just trying to fit in so desperately and just like cling to any sense of friendship. And she's like, oh, I always buy 2 sandwiches, like you never know who I'm gonna meet, and just wants so badly that acceptance and to fit in that she obviously created for herself in the woods and, you know, didn't get in high school before the accident and doesn't seem like she's had, you know, since they returned. So I think without that piece to it, I think she would be more of a villain. And like I said, she's definitely done some horrible, horrible things. I'm in no way defending that, but it's just, there's layers there for sure, and I think that makes such a really interesting character to watch. Overall, I like the episode. Like I said, I feel like we're laying down some groundwork for our future bigger events, and they've got this cabin now. Jeff and Shauna are both cheating on each other with other people. Jackie and Shauna, you know, made up in the woods. It seems like they're doing okay. I'm worried about that poison ivy. I'm worried about Lottie's mental state, what that's gonna do to the team. Ty is obviously not messing around anymore. She's getting very, very serious and getting a little, you know, sneaky with how she's playing this campaign and threatening her opponents. Sammy's got a lot going on. I don't know what's going on with that frickin' doll, man. I don't like dolls in movies, and the man with the no eyes, and Ty's thinking this is some kind of curse or something. I have no idea, but it's super creepy. And why is Sammy pulling the eyes out of his dolls? He's still got that woman in the tree. He's punching kids at the park. Like, things are not going well. I hope Natalie and Misty can figure out what happened to Travis. It sucks because we'll never get to know his side of things. We won't get to see an adult version of him because obviously he's gone now, and to survive all of this, and then obviously someone decided to kill him anyway. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. She's like, you could add a rabbit for all I care. Oh, that looks like it should be inside a car. Oh, he's saving the last piece of gum. Oh, voted against her friend. Are those the antlers they use when they have those costumes on later? Why do I feel like she's not here to buy furniture? She's like, you think I'm dangerous? I'll show you dangerous. Is her medication wearing off now?